a lot of my family members got cancer all at the same time.
Oh.
So I think I was 14, I was going into high school, and I had my biological father, my stepfather, and my grandmother all pass like back to back
Oh,
over that
sorry.
middle school year of going in. I mean, now it's okay, but like going to it as a kid, that's a lot because you're
Yeah.
watching your parent, lose one of their parents while you're losing your parent as
Yeah.
well. So it's tough, but I felt like with stuff like that, it kind of spreads in your neighborhood. So I just feel like everyone was kind of talking about me, like, okay, she's going through a lot. Obviously, I'm not being my cutest self
Yeah.
because I have adult problems.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the mall and all of that or dating, doing any of those things. So I think a lot of people, because I didn't talk about it, they just thought like, okay, this is who she is, especially because I was at a new school that year as well.
Mhm.
So it was kind of like a little bit of, I guess, activism, a little protesting, like, okay, if everyone's going to talk about me or talk about my friends or the small people, like, at two can play that game. I know that words are very powerful. And even if they're not true, sometimes if they're spoken enough, it can become someone's reality.
Or a
So,
spell.
exactly. So like cancel culture, those types of things. So I started a blog when MySpace came out. It was my first blog. It was about my high school and
Oh shit!
like
You were talking trash.
a little bit, yeah, a little bit. But most of the stuff, what
Wow.
I did was because I didn't know everyone. I was obviously like pretty new, but I put what was called like a truth box on there.
So you're like a mean girl, like the
I
the
was
movie.
not mean.
I could see you in the movie
I
Mean
was
Girls.
exposing their mean. Okay.
Right, but I'm saying, see, can't you see her in the movie Mean Girls?
Thank you,
Fleek.
Fleek. I
Well, Fleek. I'm
appreciate
not
you.
saying you're the mean one.
Look, I was going through a lot, y'all. Okay, I was,
Okay.
and
Fleek,
it just went so far, it went so crazy. And then a lot of kids were they started putting innocent things in the truth box, like so and so, like so and so. But then it got a little dramatic, and I think that's when the adults and then the law were alerted.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
The
because
law.
it was an anonymous, so nobody knew.
What was said?
I'm saying like my whole blog. Nobody knew who made the blog. So this blog just pops up at your school. And
Right.
they're like, okay, we don't know who's behind it. And then
Oh, shit.
I put a truth box on there. So then people are like, well, how'd my secret get on there? And it's like, well, one of your friends obviously is not your friend. So you got to figure that out. Cause I feel like that's what I was kind of going through. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I used it for good too. There were a couple kids that were getting bullied that I'm like, I'm gonna get you guys some because everyone started reading it. I wasn't expecting everyone to read it, but that's how I started my writing career and just doing PR. And
That is that is the coolest shit I've ever heard.
I was like, I'm gonna control the narrative. If there's going to be a
Oh my
narrative
God.
about me, I am gonna whistle down my narrative.
So
Okay,
you became PR
right then and there.
14 years old.
Right there, because I guess my mom, she kind of like ingrained in us, especially for little black girls at that time, like you need to always be presentable. Like your name is literally all you have,
Right.
especially now you don't have either of your fathers, and my mom, she's working. She's, lacking support because her parent, is grieving as well. So it's like if all I have is my own back, you can bet that I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do a big one. I'm a Capricorn, so
She's dangerous.
we are scorched earth people. But
She's dangerous.
I've since rolled back.
Yeah.
Now obviously I've healed from a lot of that stuff, and I don't mind saying it. Like I'm a nice girl, I'm a kind girl, but don't play
I'm telling y'all, she's dangerous in a good way.
in a good.
But that's
Yeah.
good though. So you have that energy. Like you don't get played, you don't get messed with. Do you apply that into your PR when you're representing your clients? Tell me about what you do exactly.
Yes, so I definitely do. I would say our industry, you have to have thick skin. You have to be able to hear the word no and know that it's basically meaningless.
Mhm.
I would say for anybody like
Mhm.
coming in this industry, that's the first rule. No, if someone says no, you didn't see it, you didn't hear it, it got bleeped out like Charlie Brown.
You just ignore
Okay.
it.
And you full steam because it's just telling you that that's not your person and you got to move around. So for my clients, that's pretty much what I do. I make sure that they find their yeses
Mm.
and that if there were any no's, they never find out about it.